Soichiro Honda was born in 1906 in the small village of Komayo in Japan. His father was a blacksmith, and his mother was a weaver. Growing up, Honda was fascinated by machinery. His passion was ignited when he saw a car for the first time, an extremely rare sight in rural Japan at the time. Unlike most boys his age, Soichiro wasn't content just to admire it. He wanted to know how it worked. By the age of 15, he left his village and moved to Tokyo, determined to find work in an automobile repair shop. But life in the city wasn't easy. Honda had no money, no connections, and no formal education in engineering. But what he did have was an insatiable hunger to learn and a refusal to give up, no matter how many times he failed. Honda's early career was riddled with setbacks. After working as an apprentice in Tokyo, he eventually returned to his hometown and started his own small business, manufacturing piston rings. It was a bold move for a young man with limited resources, but Honda was ambitious, and he set his sights on selling his product to Toyota. Things didn't go as planned. His first batches of piston rings were rejected, deemed substandard. For many, this failure would have been the end of the dream, but not for Honda. He went back to school to study engineering, determined to improve his product. This ability to learn from failure, to adapt and grow, is what set Honda apart. He didn't see failure as a dead end, but as a crucial part of the journey. And by 1940, after years of trial and error, Honda's piston rings were finally accepted by Toyota. As if things couldn't get more difficult, World War II struck, and Honda's factory was destroyed by Allied bombing. Then, to make matters worse, a major earthquake leveled what was left of his business. Most would have given up at this point. The war had devastated Japan's economy, and the future looked bleak. But for Honda, it was another chance to innovate. He realized that people needed affordable transportation in the war-torn country, and that's when the idea for a motorized bicycle came to life. Using leftover military surplus engines, Honda attached them to bicycles. It was a simple idea, but it worked. People needed a cheap and reliable way to get around, and Honda provided the solution. In 1948, Soichiro Honda officially founded the Honda Motor Company. His first true motorcycle, the Honda Dream, was a hit. But Honda wasn't satisfied with just domestic success. He set his sights on the global market, determined to make Honda a household name not just in Japan, but across the world. By the 1960s, Honda was exporting motorcycles to the United States, but it wasn't an easy sell. American consumers were used to bigger, bulkier motorcycles like Harley-Davidsons. Honda needed to change that perception. In 1963, Honda launched the "You Meet the Nicest People on a Honda" campaign. This clever marketing strategy redefined motorcycles in the US from rebellious machines to practical, everyday vehicles. Sales skyrocketed. But Honda wasn't content with dominating the motorcycle market. He set his sights on cars. In 1963, the Honda T360 mini truck and the S500 sports car were introduced, marking Honda's entry into the automobile industry. Despite being a newcomer to the industry, Honda's innovative designs and commitment to quality helped the company grow rapidly. By the 1970s, Honda had introduced the Civic, a car that would become synonymous with fuel efficiency and reliability during the oil crisis. Honda's ability to adapt to market needs, combined with his relentless pursuit of innovation, turned the company into a global powerhouse. Today, Honda is known not only for cars and motorcycles, but also for innovations in robotics, aviation, and even renewable energy. Soichiro Honda passed away in 1991, but his legacy lives on in every Honda vehicle on the road today. His story is more than just a tale of business success. It's a lesson in resilience, innovation, and the belief that no dream is too big, no matter where you come from. From a poor boy in a small Japanese village to one of the most influential figures in automotive history, Soichiro Honda proved that with grit, determination, and a willingness to learn from failure, anything is possible. Because in the end, it's not about where you start, it's about where your dreams take you.